This is the example that people are most often just instantly impressed by. So now you can select a bar and then automatically drill down to the next level of detail rather than expanding the entire hierarchy or needing to have a separate sheet be the recipient of an action in order to do that sort of single member drill down. Now, the reason I've stuck this kind of near the end of the blog is just to make it really clear, this isn't a native feature. This is leveraging sets and set actions and calculations, which means it's going to add some computation to your dashboard. Now, I know it's a continual battle against performance, and so adding this to your dashboards will definitely not make them faster. So just use this with caution. Now, with that said, let me show you how to go and build this. So the example is actually fairly similar to the one where we're merging different levels of detail into a single field. So the first thing we want to do is capture the selection of the specific group and then conditionally return the country for that selected group. So let's go ahead and first create a set as a way to capture the selection. So this will be our group set. And so now let me just go and set up an action so that this sheet is able to update the set membership for that new set. And so now if I go and select group A, we should see that group A is now in our set. I've unselected it. So for now, group A is in our set. Okay, so now we want to use that to conditionally return the country rather than displaying all countries. So we're going to say here, if it's in the group, then return the country, and otherwise return just this empty string. And so this will be our level 2. So if you look at what that does, you will see here it's returning the country and then it's doing null everywhere else. And so as I go down and pick different things, it is like updating that field. So we don't actually need the country, whoops. Yeah, we don't need the country field. We're just going to keep level 2 for that second level drill. Now here's where things get a little bit tricky. Intuitively, you might think that the next set should be created on the country level of detail, but country doesn't feature in our visualization. Level 2 features in our visualization. Therefore, we need to create the set on this calculation. And so this is going to be our level 2 set. And so from here, we can now set up another action where we want to drive values into that level 2 set from the same sheet. And so now if I go and click Spain, Spain should appear in this set here. So now we want to use that to conditionally return the players. So we're going to say if level 2 set, then return the player. And so this is going to become level 3. And so now if I bring this in the viz here, you'll see that it's automatically drilled down there. And as I make these different selections, good things are happening. Now, one thing we need to fix here is notice if I click on group A, hold on, what's happened? It's reset, something funny's happening here, where it's now showing the player for every single group except for the one that I picked, group A and group B. It's not showing the player. So the reason for this is because, let's go look at, I don't exactly remember. I'm going to have to figure it out. So our level 2 now has this empty value selected. And so we want to say here that only return level 3 if level 2 is not that empty value. So we want to add this extra condition here that says level 2 does not equal that empty string. And then we return the player. So now let's see what happens. Drilling down does this. If I click on group C, yes, so that's now doing reasonable things. Now the last thing is when you clear the selection, it's now displaying everything. And that's because clearing the selection has added all members to both of the sets. So we want to actually change the selection clearing behavior from the default. And so go and modify these and say clearing the selection removes all values from the set. And same here, remove all values from the set. And so now if I do Egypt, that's great. Otherwise it drills up. And then we'll just, instead of having that ugly null, I should have added a condition here that says else return this empty string. And then it will just be like a placeholder. So you can hide the field labels for that. And then you'll want to put a computed sort on every one of these different levels so that it sorts all three of the pills, even if they're empty. So again, descending by the market value. So then when you expand it, it's automatically going to sort that correctly. And so there you have it. That is how you can set up single member drill down. Now the rest of this example, I won't go into the details about the color. That's just a simple difference from average calculation. Specifically difference from an underlying average. So you can consult that example to see that technique. Thanks for watching.